maybe dropped an off to Snacks, and they have 2 pistols. I'm not sure if they maybe dropped one more weapon, but it could be on the ground. As Bialy disconnected.
Well, we were doing so well. And the Carly jokes come out.
Yeah.
But LDLC didn't benefit in the end, finishing 4th. And down in the lower end of the tournament, of course, there were 8 teams invited. Wizards, NIP, FNATIC, and Friend finished in the 4th to 8th spot. Who's the one team I'm missing there? And that forces Virtus.pro into a save round of their own.
Yeah, well played, small play by Neo. Very, very nice reaction time from Dupree there, but I thought that Neo could actually make that happen for a while. And this is actually, that round made it, that was so important for Dignitas, because the forcing Virtus to an eco, this can mount for the comeback.
Well, if they lost that round, they would have lost the game. They would have been an eco themselves. As Dupree picks himself up 1, Device follows it up, and small window of opportunity here from Dignitas. Remember that coming from 14-7, in fact it was 14-6, they won the round before that, I think. So to win it, they will have to have gone on something like an 8-round winning split. But we did see VP against LDLC yesterday do something very, very close to that on Inferno, only to be later
as they won on the eco.
Bomb planted. Yeah, interesting point there. Virtus.pro haven't won an eco and haven't won a pistol round in either half on this, and still find themselves staring down the barrel of victory. It's Snacks the last man standing, and these were the rounds that Dignitas really needed. Bomb plants and 5 players left standing will leave them with a little bit of bank to mount this comeback. They're 5 rounds down. The way that Virtus have played, you would favor them to get the 2 they need out of the remaining 6, but that's not a foregone conclusion, as Dignitas will.
I would like to see maybe Virtus trying to take mid a bit harder, or maybe going for some cheeky pushes, because Dignitas seem to go all men at the same place right now. They just push aside, and it seems to be a lot A-base right now. But they've taken control of a mid this time.
And frags coming in. Fetish and AZ pick themselves up too. Dignitas lead the way here as they have lost Dupree, who has been on tip-top form this morning. Device gets himself the frag onto Snacks, and Virtus.pro will now have to chase down a man putting down the bomb. That is going to be Fetish who does that, and a 4-man after plant is not favored by the Poles, and they will hold on to their weapons once again. And this will bring Dignitas within just 4, and a real opportunity for them seems to be presenting itself. You are watching the FACEIT Spring League CSGO winner bracket final as Virtus.pro lead by 4 on map 1. It is season if you're just joining us, and this was Virtus.pro's choice. It'll be Dust 2 next with Mirage the decider should we need it. And it's been AZ who's made the play of the day as he did yesterday with a, well, what did you prefer more? AZ's 1 health point hat-trick with an AWP, or Taz's P250 hat-trick and defuse?
Taz, actually.
Yeah.
I think that's more impressive. It's a weaker gun with the same amount of kills. So.
Pasha picks himself up a frag onto Fetish. He's going to go looking for more as Dupree will join Xyp9x as they make their way towards that A site. Dignitas edge in towards A. There's no one there yet from Virtus.pro. They're going to try and retake it after the fact. They're going to move someone around from CT side, but there's Xyp9x waiting on that movement. He gets himself the frag onto Snax, barely loses a whisker of health, and will close the door behind him for knowledge's sake as he drops down, looks for a second. Xyp9x versus Neo here. Neo will fancy himself as he always does. It's Bjarly being shot at there. Xyp9x wins the battle against Neo, and Dignitas now have that man advantage. Make that 2 as Virtus.pro's eco round, which started so well, is ending up in flames, and Bjarly will take his M4 and run with it.
I've saved this M4 for a long time now. It's important. They get a couple of frags from it, and now they have a really good amount of money. They can basically buy everything they want. If they want an AWP on Pasha, maybe to kind of get control over that mid side.
Or an auto sniper on Snax.
Yeah, works as well. So this is interesting if they want to take mid this time, with maybe Snax.
What's interesting in this tournament, oh, there we go, Dupree will get himself in on the action, jumps up, finds Neo, and already Virtus.pro are down a man. Dignitas, remember, just 3 rounds away, on a heck of a winning streak at the moment in terms of rounds, and the wind very much in their sails as they ride the T-bias through to potentially a sensational comeback.
This is interesting. They're actually putting Snax alone on the B side and favoring having 4 members towards mid or A, but one is just dropped down in the beginning from Dupree's off.
AZ will follow that up with a frag onto Pasha, and Virtus.pro begin to fall like flies here as Dignitas will lose device to that auto sniper. Flash comes in. Taz has to retreat, and Virtus.pro will see Taz with a 180 shot onto AZ to get the kill. He's got himself a hat-trick already, Taz. I take that back. He's got himself 2 already, Taz, as he'll now look for the 3rd. Still has Snax as well, who's coming to join the party here on A. Taz making himself loud and proud against Fetish and Dupree. It'll be the pair of them to chase down Taz, and that was just too late for Snax to come in. Oh, there is Snax on time, dropping Fetish and retreating with the bomb down in the pit as well. That's exactly what he'll want. It means that he'll have to come and get him, and Dupree is unable to do exactly that. It will be match point. It'll be that auto sniper decision that pays dividends with 3 frags for Snax and 4 rounds to pull Virtus.pro over the line.
But you gotta give Taz some huge credit for that round. He picks up 2 kills and stays alive in the A side. And the long rotation from all the way from B, so Snax actually gets the time to pick off the bomb planter. That's really amazing job from Taz, staying alive on the A side there. You seem to be going for that. Snax alone B, 4 members towards mid and A. 4 Virtus here.
Teams trade frags as Neo downs Fetish before Dupree gets one back onto Pasha. Dignitas, though, are 4 frags away from defeat on map 1. But they lead by the man advantage. AZ's going to go in, try to put that bomb down, but isn't going to be able to do it. Taz again with a vital frag. Device and Dupree are all that stand between Dignitas and defeat now. Snax is out for the count, and Dignitas will pick themselves up their 12th round. And that is 15-12. Dignitas stopping any hopes of a Virtus map 1. And this is a every frag counts type of scenario.
Yeah, and Virtus is in a weird position if they want a double eco. It's not really worth it. They have to go for like pretty weird buy next round. Yeah, the money system is not great.
Dignitas will feel though that overtime is a very real scenario for them here. They should convert this round, and that will put them into 15-13 and be just 2 rounds away from victory. Do Virtus.pro go all in and say we'll take it down to round 30 with a full buy, or do you try to do it on this next round?
I think most people will probably do it on the next round, because buying pistol armor on the last round isn't that like, it's not that bad. With the CZ being so strong in this game, even with P250s, 5.7s, etc., they can still manage to have a pretty high large shot of winning the last round.
Pasha's picked up the AWP. You feel that he's going to have a huge role to play in this round, as he will be nestled up in the A site and lies in wait.
As Dignitas is going for a very sneaky push towards A with the 3 people and the bomb underground, and one guy kind of controlling mid while is it Sipnix who holds B.
There is that big AWP play from Pasha, downing AZ, the danger man of Dignitas, or is he one of the danger men from Dignitas? And Virtus.pro find themselves 4 frags away from picking up this map. Pasha waits for the next move, and there it will be, and he will deliver. Dupree picked off, and Dignitas find themselves between a rock and a very hard place now, as the bomb's downed with Dupree as well. Fetish with the AWP on the Dignitas side is going to have to go just as big as Pasha now. Zipnik's in on A. His was in a perfect position if they could have moved the planters in, but now it'll be Pasha to go up big once more. That's the hat-trick. Downed in the end by Fetish, but his job is done. Now his teammates have to carry Virtus.pro over the line, which Snacks duly delivers, and it's device or bust for Dignitas now against 4. And Virtus.pro may have let this one go all the way down to the wire, but the big game players showed up for them right when their opportunity came for them. And there it is, Taz to do the damage. 16-13, a great game here on Season. And Dignitas will need to pick themselves up a victory on their map, Dust 2, to take us to a decider. And that was thoroughly enjoying Counter-Strike.
Yeah, actually, probably the best match of Season I've seen.
You didn't prefer the Virtus.pro, the Very Games FNATIC game?
Yeah, I usually go to bed watching that demo.
No, a very good play. Yeah. For you, who stood out in that map?
I think, Device, he had 28 kills and 13 deaths. That's pretty insane, with every other member on his team died over 20 times.
Big play from Device. Neo led the fragging for Virtus.pro, but he had 24, and then his 2 behind him, Snacks and Pasha on 23. So close stuff. We're going to throw it over to the analyst desks. James and Dan, what did you make of that map?
Well, it was a really interesting one. I feel like the story here was just that Virtus.pro are just ridiculous. And Dignitas, what they showed to us was that they really understand this map. I think they are perhaps the stronger side on here in theory, but when you have Virtus.pro pulling out such huge plays all the time, like for example when Taz was just there sitting there not doing very much, but as soon as there was a big moment, he's like, I'm just going to clutch, like that P250 clutch. What was that about? Taz is a monster. But we saw Dignitas on the CT side, they understood that Virtus, they were really favoring A. They were trying to get control down mid, so there was always this movement from them. They put 2 men down mid quite often, and we would see this kind of a line of smokes here to cover Virtus.pro's kind of progression towards A. And this is really nice because what Dignitas also followed this up with quite often was like a little aggression through A here. So that means the guy who's kind of entrenched in a position around here for Dignitas is able to flash or nade through the smokes whilst his teammates are trying to get the frags with peaks over there. So Dignitas, these are really strong plays here to shut down aggression from Virtus before it really gets going. And this is the kind of proactive CT play that you really need to pull out on this map. We also saw, of course, on the anti-eco, which was a really huge deal. deal. You know, Dignitas, they got that first round, but Virtus decided for the B play, and it's very smart stuff from Dignitas again. They realized, okay, on B we need to be aggressive, we need to play together because we have to be proactive, we have to get information because the map is so huge. So they made a push around here with the SMGs, but I mean, again, just huge pistol plays coming out from Virtus.pro just to win the anti-eco. They are just on fire. Individually, it's just one of those situations where Dignitas, I think they just had to say to themselves, look, guys, we're doing the right moves. We're doing what we have to do, but we just need Virtus.pro not to hit everything. And I think that's really the biggest deal here for me was just Virtus.pro. They're on fire.
I do feel like we need to ask the question: do Virtus.pro have a bad map? Because we've seen, what they can do on Mirage. We've seen people try and get rid of Mirage. We've seen them beast on Cash. We've seen them get off to a great start here on season. And I'm wondering, is there a hard counter for Virtus.pro in terms of maps? What do you think?
It's really hard to say, isn't it? I feel like it's a case of our map, or this map for us, is slightly better than Virtus.pro because they are just phenomenal everywhere. I think, Devil highlighted it earlier. Nuke is going to be a really good map for Dignitas, but it's not enough to have just one edge on a map over Virtus.pro because they can just get rid of that. Actually, one extra point that I'll bring up is that on the terrorist side, Dignitas were also very cognizant of the style that Virtus.pro wanted to play. So, for example, they were setting up A pushes whereby they had, let's say, around 3 people or sometimes 2 people around the underground, around this kind of area here, around the squeaky door and underground, to kind of wait, setting up for that A push. But what they also did was they had someone go through vents, so they got one angle on mid. They had someone go across the pass here, and so what happens there is that they wait for a pick because they're expecting aggression from Virtus.pro to come in from mid, and that happened quite a few times. And a lot of the time, Virtus.pro were hitting shots. They were getting a lot of damage. And this is, again, one of those situations where Dignitas making really good reactions, really good adaptive play, but it just wasn't enough against Virtus.pro because we could see them towards the end. They're really swinging it back. They found the formula in their A pushes, in this kind of defensive mid play where they waited for a pick and then initiated the push. And Dupree, really big game from him, but just wasn't enough. I'm really scared for Dignitas going into Dust 2.
Yeah, I think the Virtus.pro, again, we've seen them. They're complete animals on Dust 2, Mirage especially. So they're going to be, Dust 2 is their backyard, along with Mirage. So it's going to be probably an uphill struggle. If we've seen what Virtus.pro can do with momentum. So although Dignitas, I think, have the potential to, I think there's going to be a battle to see who controls both sides of this map, and a lot of the match is going to come down to who wins those wars of attrition early on. So yeah, I think it's, you think Virtus.pro were a slight dog, but it could go either way now. So should be coming up soon.
Yeah, I feel like Dignitas, they're not deterred. They showed us there that even though Virtus.pro are playing out their minds, they're not scared just yet. So we'll go to a quick break, guys, and we're going to find out what's going to happen between these two amazing teams on Dust 2. Stay tuned here on Facebook.